Welcome back to the Doomsday Clock, where today we're going to be discussing the 2021 limited series, Falcon and the Winter Soldier. My name is Jack, and I'm joined, as always, by my co-host, Eric.
Hello, I'm Eric.
So prior to us watching this now, you had only seen the first episode, correct?
Yeah, like forever ago.
Yeah.
I tried it to see if it was anything interesting. I guess at that time I decided it wasn't. So
Yeah. Because I remember you were watching, we watched WandaVision, like everybody's watching WandaVision, obviously. I kept watching throughout, and then, because I had to convince you to get back on Loki, but we'll talk about the experience with Loki. The
yeah.
experience with Loki is actually going to be a little bit poetic, but we'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the show rather back when it came out a few years ago, 5 years ago, and then we've both watched it in the last few days here. So, but before we can really talk about what we think about it, we do have to play our game. As we are now doing with the shows, we will be guessing the IMDb score. Are we doing closest or close without going over? Because last week we did. I think here's what we'll do. So you won last week, so I get to choose whether we're doing closest or closest without going over. How does that
Okay.
sound?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I say that we do closest without going over.
Okay. I think that's gonna be kind of hard for this one, so I'm down.
Me too.
Um. Mm, how high do I think it is? There, I have my guess.
So you said
Oh wow.
7.5 and I said 6.2.
I'm probably high,
don't-
but I don't know if with the Marvel inflation sometimes going on.
Yeah. Falcon and the Winter Soldier has a 7.1.
No.
So that is a win for me because you went over.
I did. Also,
I was gonna say 6.4 and then I dropped down because I was worried that I was gonna go over. So I guess I'll go ahead then and go first, talking about what I thought of the show. I think this show is a show of highs and lows. I think the show has some really good ones. I think the show is too long. Last week we brought up the idea that WandaVision could only exist in a show. I think that this, to me, is a long movie, a too long movie, and I think that this could have been a movie and probably should have been a movie because it's too much. It's too long and it slows down partway through to a really annoying degree, honestly. Um, I think I have some like nitpicks about the show, and I have some actual complaints about the show. Overall, I would call it fine. I think that like you're not gonna get anything life changing out of this. You're not gonna get anything insanely egregious out of this, even if there's some stuff that I think is insane. But it has some of the problems that we've identified in the MCU in the past, but it also has some strengths that I really like. I think all of the acting is very solid from all of our main players. Wyatt Russell obviously kills this role. Anthony Mackie kills this role. Sebastian Stan continues to kill this role. Like, I think performances are good. There's a couple moments in the score that highlighted it for me, but it's all like previous themes. It's nothing like specifically from this show. So not super highlight on it. I think that the action is fine for the most part, and I think there's some good character stuff here. Even if overall my review of the show is it's fine. Eric?
yeah, I mean, I pretty much agree. I think the thing we're gonna be keep repeating in this one is it's fine. Um, I just don't think this is super interesting of a show. It's definitely obviously like nowhere near as interesting as a concept as like WandaVision. But it's kind of a show where like if you want to keep up with like the MCU, you do kind of need to watch mainly just for the end, but it's fine. The show tries to touch on a lot of topics. It does a decent job for some of them, and then it doesn't on others because I feel like anytime we get too complicated, we just kind of stop talking about it, you know?
Yeah. The show asks a lot of questions that it is not ready to answer.
Yeah. Some of them it does talk about, and I was surprised with some of the topics it brings up, but it also just ignores some other things. I don't I don't really like the villains. I don't think they get the development that they need, but I do think the characters
Yeah.
are well done. Um, I straight up I don't like the action in this show. Which I will talk about later, but I think a large part of it is the directing. I don't really care for the directing of the show either. Um, I think the finale is satisfying enough, so I don't think I don't feel like I wasted my time or anything. Uh, but you're kind of just watching this show for the character development. And if that doesn't
Yeah.
if that doesn't sound like it'll be interesting, then it's probably not for you. So I
Yeah.
think that's my summary of it.
I think that's fully fair. I do want to go ahead and acknowledge the very real issue with this show at its heart, which is that it got completely rewritten and reshot. Um,
Mm.
because it was originally a pandemic storyline.
Oh, okay.
So in that way, should we cut the show some slack? Maybe. But I'm not going to, because they simply could have delayed the show and not had it come out now, because a lot of the effects of it don't matter until much later. So
Yeah.
I think that we can delay it just fine. But regardless, we start with episode 1, New World Order. I think this episode, in contrast to what we said in the review, I think this episode is solid. I think this is a episode that is very good at setting up what this show is and will be.
Mm-hmm. I think
Like
this I think this pilot specifically, like this first episode, I think Bucky kind of carries it a little bit. But I'm not saying like Sam's not interesting, but yeah. Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
where these characters start out, Bucky starts out more interesting than
Yeah.
Sam. I
Yeah.
think in this
By
this
far.
show. And I think that's just because Bucky's a very interesting and like complex character that we've never really had a significant amount of time to deal with. He's always like in combat or in the conflict. Like we never have like legitimately gotten like a character study of Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
And the show is the closest thing that we get. I think that I think the opening fight scene, like the opening action sequence, is fine. I don't love how it looks. I don't love a lot of how the show looks. I'm with you on that.
I just yeah, I'll talk about it a little bit later, but
yeah. But like I think so the big question is like, does Sam not accepting the shield from Steve make sense? And I think it does make sense for him as a character at this point.
mm-hmm.
Like I think it fully works and I fully buy into that. And I think that this action scene, him still being the Falcon, works. Bucky's whole thing in this is like the therapy. He has a lot of the Majimoto scenes. I will say, and this is just, I guess, a nitpick. There's no way people don't recognize Bucky.
Even with you don't even think with like the short hair.
He was an international fugitive and on every news channel.
Yeah, true. But I mean, most of the
Like,
time, it's like because I could see it because most of the time, you know, he's got like some shades or something, like the mask covering his mouth and like the long hair.
That's fair, I guess.
But like the metal arm is a is a bit of an obvious one, but he keeps it covered. So
he keeps it covered. Yeah, I think. But like, I like the scene with him and Najimoto. I like him, you know, trying to cross the names off of his list. I like that he can't give the answer to Najimoto that he wants to. I think his date scene is cute, even if he did fumble. Like
he fumbled, but like
perfectly fine.
He also is like it makes sense. He's still messed up, you know.
It's an understandable fumble, but it is a fumble.
Yeah. I just want to point out. So Sam's working for the government, but like, what about the Accords? Did he sign the Accords? Shouldn't they be like haunting him or something? Or is that
great question. So are the Accords still enacted? Because they were enacted in WandaVision. So, and I think at the beginning of the show he says like it's been 3 months since Endgame.
I don't know. So no, I think it's 6. I think they say it's 6.
6 months. Okay, so WandaVision's over.
Yeah, I think so. But
and the Accords were still in effect then.
So weird. It's just for a show that wants to pretend that Civil War still matters in some
Yeah.
ways, but in not others. It's just kind of I'm you know me, I'm always gonna take a chance to shit on the Accords. So
Yeah.
um
This show does have a like, guys, no, we promise Civil War matters kind of energy to it with a lot of it.
mhm. uh
It's very tied up in Civil War.
yeah. Let me read my notes. Yeah, I don't know. Sam giving away the shield. It makes sense, but I don't know. If I don't know. What do you think? Do you think it's fine?
I think it's fine. I think it makes sense for his character. I think he explains it well later, both to Bucky and to everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But
I
I
guess just
think
in the
it
pilot,
is,
I needed a little bit more of an explanation than he's just giving it away, you know. But like,
yeah,
if that's something they want to reveal later, then that's fine, which they do. So
yeah. I think my only issue with it does feel like coming out of Endgame. Like I get that he said it feels like somebody else's. Like we didn't really get like a moment of him. Like it feels like the cut back to him when Steve says it isn't after he hands him the shield
mm-hmm.
is kind of like him accepting the mantle,
Yeah,
and then that's immediately backtracked here. I think that's my only problem with it. But in the same way that I mean, I guess spoilers for going forward, the exact same things are going to happen in Guardians 3 and Thor: Love and Thunder. We're going to
mm-hmm.
see things that were like quote unquote promised in Endgame be immediately backtracked
Yeah,
because like the writers of that movie just made decisions that going forward like hey, no, in nowhere in the plans for Guardians 3 was Gamora being from 2014 and current Gamora being dead and Thor being along for the ride. Like,
mm-hmm.
you know.
Shout out
So I
Infinity
think
War and
my only
Endgame.
problem with it,
Shout out.
yeah, I think that like my only problem with it in this episode truly is the incongruity between it and Endgame, but I kind of can't blame the writers for that because
Yeah,
I blame the Endgame writers for that because
yeah,
you should have had this stuff planned out during that movie.
yeah. Um, why doesn't Bucky age?
Good question. I don't know.
Because we
Because the
see an
question
old
is,
super soldier later, which like
but that's not the
wasn't.
original serum.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was about to say. It's not the original
So
serum, but like,
I think it also implies that Steve wouldn't have aged, but that doesn't make any sense because he went back
because
in
he,
time and aged.
yeah, because he did age.
I don't know.
Okay, because that's not a thing they ever talk about. They don't even mention it.
They never address it, but and truthfully, it would be fine except the fact that we see Steve age.
Yes, yes.
So I don't know.
Yeah,
That could be Steve after 100 years, like 100,000 years alive. We don't know.
yeah. I also, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to talk about the directing. I don't like the directing of this show at all. I think it is. With the action earlier, there was a scene where they're hand to hand fighting on the plane. You know,
It's bad.
the camera is so close, and it cuts like every half second. I can't even tell what's going on, and that is
It's.
every fight in this whole show.
I have a lot of problems with the fights in this show, and that is one of them. You cannot really tell what's going
You
on.
can't
I
tell.
don't think
You can't. I can't tell which
until the
hits are
finale,
hurting
I
and
don't think the
stuff.
fight scenes are good.
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
tell which hits are like actually hurting. I can't tell where
Well, none
we
of them.
are, you know, really. And the camera's way too close. It's too shaky. And we keep cutting. And unfortunately, that's not just for the action scenes in the show. I think there's some really weird shot choices, like in the therapy scene between Bucky and his therapist, where it's just one on one. We have like these weird like downward angles on both of their faces, and we're so close to both of their faces the whole time. It's so weird. It doesn't feel right.
And also you get a lot of. I'll talk about this more in episode 5. It feels like
Mhm.
this show had a 6-episode mandate, and they only had like 4.5 episodes of show.
Yeah.
And so you get these like really long, lingering shots to like pad out the runtime, and it's very noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's noticeable to us,
Yeah.
but like most people watching the show aren't like, it feels like they're kind of like padding for time a little bit here. Like it doesn't. It's only
Mhm.
noticeable because I've padded for time before.
Yeah. Then I think another another padding scene to me is the bank loan stuff. Just a little bit. it serves its purpose in the story later on, but I think it's just weird in this episode a little bit. Because
I think it serves its purpose later on, but I do agree it's like it feels I think it's like there's just lingering shots, there's pauses between dialogue. There's just weird direction.
yeah, I'll talk about this now too, because the show deals with like a lot of racist themes, you know.
Yeah, the show
Themes.
has racial commentary that we do not have the authority to speak upon.
I agree, but I do want to praise it for a story in the MCU wanting to go in that direction, and I think it's a very fair direction for a story about Sam becoming Captain America.
Yes.
That is a very I'm glad that they did that. I just think sometimes the way they present these again, I don't know how much I'm allowed to speak on this. But like for this bank scene, like his sister says something like, you know, like it never works out for people like us or something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But the bank scene doesn't, because like the banker is like, well, with, you know, it's been 5 years, our policies have changed and stuff like that. I just can't accept you guys as with your financials as they are, you know.
It's very weird because like the show feels like it has something that it wants to say, and then the second it starts to really say something, it goes, but
yeah,
we still want to have mass appeal.
Yeah. I think what they do with it later, I think the commentary they bring up later is good. This bank scene just feels weird that they're trying to introduce that like idea now, you know?
Yeah.
In this specific scene. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to handle this delicately, but I just don't like how I don't think it's an effective way to intro this concept, you know?
It's a weird place to start the conversations that the show is going to have later on.
Yeah.
I do concur with you on that. Yeah.
I think it would be different if he was like more outwardly like being racist, you know?
Yeah.
Like sure the bank
Even
policies
subtly.
could be racist. Yeah, even subtly. Like he's very much I don't know. I might be talking out of my ass, but I didn't really think it was like that.
I think it's a weird. I agree with you that it's a weird place to start some of the conversations the show wants to have.
Yeah.
Even if we are both in agreement that there are like institutionalized,
like yeah, don't get me wrong, that still exists. The
like,
bank policies could be racist, but like this guy was like, I don't know, whatever.
He is a jerk.
He's a jerk. He sucks. I'm not saying that.
I have a photo of you with your arms out, please.
Insane.
Insane thing to say. But
announcing
that Stark didn't pay them.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, how does Sam not have money? That's kind of crazy.
Like, okay, this is a choice made by this show that Stark did not pay them. In Age of Ultron, he says that he upgrades everybody and funds everybody.
Mm-hmm.
When they're living on the Avengers compound, I mean, that's Stark paying for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
When, like, and now it's, I don't know, it seems weird to me that this show just decided, apart from, like, the conversations it wants to have, in lore, it seems weird to me that this is the show that decided that Stark never paid anybody for being an Avenger, because to me that doesn't check out with what we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
In the show.
It is just weird.
Him saying you have no income for the last 5 years, that is how getting a job now feels. We want 3 to 5 years of experience at an entry level job. Like, oh, look, like that is a very like real thing that someone would say. Mm-hmm. And it's like, bro, I was dead for 5 years. Like that feels very real.
That's why like the bank is obviously bullshitting them in this scene, and they're being unfair to people returning from the blip. But like, I don't think he's being racist. I'm sorry.
That being said, I think that a new Captain America is the perfect moment, like for like the ending of this episode.
That shit is racist.
That's yes. Yeah.
I do think that's a good ending, though. Like, we end on a high note with this episode for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I think the Sam stuff just needs more sauce, but like after this first episode, he gets more. He gets a little bit more.
Yeah.
So, but the Bucky stuff is interesting from the start.
Yes. Episode 2 is The Star Spangled Man.
Mm-hmm.
This is the episode to me that's like Sam and Bucky have great chemistry. Like Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan are very good together.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I think it's very fun. They work very well together. Obviously, Wyatt Russell is incredible in this role. I love how big of a role the Blip plays. And this is where we start to get some of the issues that I have with the show.
Yeah, you can just go into it. I want to hear it first. So
Yeah. So I think the episode is also like I think the first two episodes are very solid. Of like it feels like a 40-minute bit of a movie. That being said, okay. One, I love that Bucky's just not having it about there being a new Captain America. I do really like that. That feels in character to me. These two need to pound it out desperately.
Oh my god, we'll talk about it later.
We go to Munich. So he could not operate in Libya, but he can just operate in Munich.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, I guess. The fight on top of the trucks, it could be cool, and I hate how it's shot, and it's not cool.
Yes.
I like the reveal of them all being super soldiers they're fighting against. I like that they just kind of hate the new Captain America. I'm going to stop there and talk kind of in more detail about all that I've talked about so far.
Okay. Let me summarize up to that point too. I kind of like that John Walker starts as like kind of how Steve was, where he wanted to actually make a difference, but like it doesn't feel the same.
Yeah.
And then, he's doing like this whole tour thing, which I mean, Steve did start being Captain America to sell war bonds, so I mean, whatever.
Yep, fully works.
Bucky's right about Sam giving away the shield. Sam just has to learn it. But I mean, also like there's more. It's more complicated than that. But
yeah.
The stealth mission with Bucky and Sam is pure rage bait. That shit was pissing me off.
Yeah.
They all got clapped on that truck fight, which is all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it now.
Yeah.
Bucky should not lose a single fight in this entire show.
Yeah.
He's the Winter Soldier. He his whole deal is that like he doesn't lose fights up until literally the movie The Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, and then we learned that like Isaiah Bradley beat him in the past, right? But like his whole deal is like, oh, he shot through Natasha to get to the target. Like all of this stuff. You are not going to tell genuinely the only person in this entire show who should be a competition for him is post Sauce John Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Every single one of these flag smashers should be like being like a brutal fighter, and Bucky should just be owning them because he is the combatant.
Yeah.
And it makes, especially in a fight later in this show where he loses a 2v1, that I'm like, he should not lose any of these fights. And I'm not trying to power scale here. I'm just like, you've established who the Winter Soldier is in this world and in this role. And now you're telling me that like random revolutionary number 3 who just got Super Soldier Serum 2 weeks ago is going to like go hand to hand with him? No.
It just feels inconsistent with what we know, and
it's so inconsistent. And that's really annoying for genuinely this entire show.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the fights look ugly.
Yes, the fight scenes they're so bad. It just cuts away. We're so close, and it cuts away a ton. I can't tell what's going on, and people are just getting kicked off of trucks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my god, bruh.
I love how much they hate
John.
the new Cap.
Yeah.
I love. They hate him, and he goes, "I'm Battlestar," and Bucky goes, "Stop the car." He's like, "I'm not." He's like, "I don't want this. Actually, I hate all of this."
Yeah, no, I like that too because like obviously, like duh, you know, I wouldn't trust him either.
We gotta say it. Wyatt Russell kills this role.
Oh yeah,
like
Oh yeah.
He's so good in this role. Like when I said at the beginning, I think that everybody like is very good at performance wise in this. He just he's so good at playing this character.
Mm-hmm.
Like every bit of this character, he's very good at.
Yeah. I'm gonna talk about I think Isaiah is a really cool reveal for this show, though. If you're ready to
Yes,
talk about that,
100%.
okay, yeah. I mean, the fact that he got thrown in for jail, that's something like for something that Steve would just do on the regular is insane, you know.
There's a little
Um,
bit of commentary there.
yeah, no, I like a lot of
Yeah.
anytime Isaiah's on screen, I like it because I think that's
Yes.
very very cool that something in the MCU wants to bring this up, and I think it's an
Yeah.
important social commentary. Um, I don't know how I feel about the police scene directly after all this good political and social commentary.
It
Feels a little much, but
it feels very heavy-handed.
that's literally what I wrote. Um, yeah.
Like I get that this is reality, but you having like the nuanced. I think everything with Isaiah Bradley is so well done in like the nuance of it and like the
Mm-hmm.
details of it.
I agree.
And then sometimes the show is I mean, sometimes the show is Sam's whole monologue at the end. And
We will talk.
and
We
we
will talk
metronome
about
back
it.
and forth.
We will talk about
And
it.
we metronome back and forth between those two things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just heavy handed, and it's like we already had the good nuance going on, you know. I don't know if this was
Yeah.
really needed. Feels a little padding, but you know. And then we get the gay prison therapy scene between
Because
these
Bucky
two.
gets arrested for missing his therapy.
Yes. And they're gay, and they're adorable, and
Yeah.
I know they were both thinking about touching each other's willies there.
Oh, for sure.
I do really like Bucky's reason for why Sam giving up the shield bothers him so much.
It it works so well.
Mm-hmm.
It because I think that like hey, so at the core of this show, there's one issue, and that issue is that it does way more for Bucky's character than it does for Sam for like 90% of it.
Yeah.
All of Sam's character like work happens in like the last 2 episodes.
Yeah, I would say the show. But the thing is like once those last 2 episodes hit, then Bucky's done, and now it's Sam.
Yes.
So like,
Yes. It's very once again, it's long. It's really long.
Yeah.
It feels padded out.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like it's really the line if he was wrong about you, then he was wrong about me. Like I think that's a good
Really, that's a really good line.
it's a very
I
good
think.
reason.
Yeah. And
Sebastian
then
Stan dropped a good performance.
yeah, and then obviously Sam for his reason, which he talks about in the last like 2 episodes, you know.
Yeah.
But we don't get that much here. So, anyways, that's kind of the episode, right?
Then they name drop Zemo. They have
Oh
built
yeah.
genuinely okay. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna nitpick about this show. I decided
Mm-hmm.
because if we had a nitpick WandaVision show that I like, I'll nitpick this show. They go, we don't gotta talk to him. We gotta go see him. We gotta go talk to him. Fine, we'll talk to Zemo. And it's like the dialogue was only written so they could end the episode by name dropping Zemo.
Yeah.
And that's I get it. I get it for teasing a thing when you don't know. When you do know he's in it, it feels annoying. Upon first watch, I didn't mind it. Upon second watch, I do kind of mind it.
I knew Zemo was in the show, so like I already knew this was coming.
Yeah.
Even without watching it, but like we'll talk. Actually, I'll talk about Zemo later. We'll
This show
get
wants
there.
Civil War to matter so bad.
Literally. Okay episode
3.
though.
Yeah.
I think it's an okay episode.
Yeah.
I don't think
It's an okay episode.
it's really. I don't.
There's nothing egregious in the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, I just think the first 3 episodes are like kind of whatever. Like they're pretty. The Bucky stuff is good, and then the rest of it is kind of a little bit of a snoozer. But
Yeah.
anyways, go ahead.
Episode 3, Our Broker. John Walker is unstable, is the first thing that we learn
Yeah.
in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Why is John Walker? He's very focused on in this show because he's an important part of the show. Like it's like let's not beyond the bush. I like that Zemo starts his interaction with Bucky by being like, "Here's some word. Let's see if they control you still." And Bucky's like, "They don't."
Mm-hmm.
I like that, and we get more payoff of that later. I do like Bucky just like breaking him out.
Yeah, like
I think
it
that's
already
funny.
happened and stuff, and then
Yeah, like
mm-hmm.
which okay. So we're off screening that,
Mm-hmm.
but we have to show so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Cook.
regardless, um, I think Zemo's motivations work out 100% for me.
Yeah, I agree.
That is a man who has one conviction, that's he hates super soldiers.
Yeah, and I like that. I like because they never really talk about this, but I like that he's just rich enough to get around with nobody really caring. You know?
He's a baron.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, Carly's somebody dies. We don't know at this point who this is. Like throughout the show, we haven't talked about them yet.
Yeah.
We cut away to the flag smashers and stuff. It's so background.
Yeah.
At this point.
Well, the thing is with the flag smashers, I feel like this is kind of how I feel for the whole show. I feel like I never learned what they wanted to do. You know?
Yeah.
Because
probably partially the rewrite.
Yeah.
And partially if they said what they wanted to do, which is help refugees and help the people who were displaced because of the blip.
Mm-hmm.
You're on their side because that's a good thing. So they have to bomb a building and kill innocents later so that we don't agree with them.
Yeah, literally. Because, like, yeah, like you said, but the thing is because they're like, it seems like they want to go back to when the world was in the blip and stuff like that. And I'm kind of like, so do they want to kill billions of people or do they just want to help? Because, like, I'm assuming they can't kill billions of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, their whole thing is like one world, one people. We want everybody to help everybody. And
Yeah.
get back to where we were during the blip with like no borders separating everybody. And it's like, one, what an ideal world where we don't just fight about borders all the time and like people actually help people who are in need. That'd be awesome. And two, oh no, they're right.
Yeah.
Like they're completely right that like so they have to have him blow somebody up later. Anyway.
Yeah, it's just kind of
Madripoor.
It's just kind of dumb. Anyways, yeah, we go to they always just bruh, they're always just walking everywhere. Like
they're you know something? He's in the Falcon suit for like one scene in the first 3 episodes.
Yeah.
All of the fight scenes are hand-to-hand fights. I'm like, I like him fighting in the when he's fighting in the Falcon suit, like there are cool things to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Not in this show apparently, but there are cool fight scenes and cool ideas with it.
Yeah.
It's kind of cyberpunkish, and I like that. I like Madripoor. I think it's a cool idea.
I think it's a cool city. Like it looks cool.
Yeah, I like it when he has to drink the weird snake thing, and he goes, "I love these." I think it's just really funny. Then we have the court mandated fight scene with Bucky and this random
bar
people.
fight is so bad.
What's the point of this? There isn't one.
It's so I can't. I genuinely, like I said, I'm gonna say this with every fight. I can't tell what's going on.
You can't.
Why do they have to be disguised though? Did they because they couldn't get in or something without being disguised, or
I guess because they're Avengers.
Okay.
I don't know. It's really unclear. And then they have a phone call from his sister
in the meeting.
During the meeting, it's fun. I think it's entertaining enough. Like, hey, build some tension scene, and then Sharon is here now.
Yeah, Peggy's niece. Yeah.
I don't hate this, actually. I know with how I delivered that, you would think that I hate this. I don't hate Sharon being here. I don't know why Bucky got a full pardon and she didn't. Because if I'm gonna be so for real, there's no way that Steve forgets about Sharon.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of his whole things is that he doesn't forget about helping people.
She also Loki didn't do anything too crazy. Like,
also true. But whatever. We'll talk about her later.
Yeah, we will.
Then they find the guy that made the super soldier serum, and then Zemo kills him. That's his whole deal. Of course he did.
Yeah, I was about to say that makes
are we not keeping an eye on Zemo.
It makes a lot of sense for Zemo to do that, and that was pretty much infinite serum glitch if he didn't die. So he was gonna die, you know.
Good thing he's dead.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like that Zemo like puts on the mask. I will say, I clapped at the jingling keys moment. I think it's cool to give him in like the comic suit. Um, and then they get on a plane. I really like that Bucky's like, look, if you want me Captain America, then I'll take the shield from and become Captain America because somebody has to be that symbol, and I'd rather it be one of us than like them. Even if he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't want to do it, he feels like he has to. I think it's an interesting idea. I'm glad that doesn't happen, obviously, because I'd rather Sam be Cap. I think it's way more interesting and better character work for Sam to be Cap. But I think that's an interesting choice from Bucky.
Yeah.
The
We see
then
the... No, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
the Flag Smashers bomb a building with people inside.
I was gonna talk about
and
that too.
and then Wakanda shows up. Okay,
Well,
that's basically that episode.
the Flag Smashers just suck, dude. They're so boring, and they're also right. So like, we have to make them kill people, and then they're just also
they have to kill the orphan puppies.
yeah, and then they're also just like allowed to hang out at GRC facilities for some reason without being like spotted and stuff, and they're not.
Did you listen? That one guy, he said he erased their public aliases from all databases.
Oh yeah, sure, dude.
Whatever
Sure
that means.
thing. I just think they're boring.
They're incredibly boring.
They're boring, and they don't really. I just feel like they don't work. I don't think they make much sense.
I don't think they make much sense. And the issue. Okay, here's the issue. The issue with this show, at its core, is it is the plot of one movie, and it's 6 episodes. When you finish this episode, you're like, okay, we're getting to the third act,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're halfway done.
Yeah.
I
think
it could work. I think the Flag Smashers could work in a movie format, but
Yeah.
they simply don't, because like they're just not in. I think it's like episode 5. They just don't matter at all at episode 5.
Yeah, well, anytime Carly's on screen, she's like, we gotta make sure the revolution lives on. It doesn't matter if we die. We gotta get more super soldiers, and we gotta make sure, like, our lives used to be really good during the blip, and now they suck now, and now they label us as criminals. I basically said lines verbatim from the show, and that's
It's the same
them
dialogue
every time.
she's on screen.
Every time, it's just
And
it's
and the thing is, at its core, it's fine.
mm-hmm.
But it's just like it's why is it 6 episodes?
Literally. I think for a show like this, you kind of need to do like a political opposition, because I don't think if
Yeah.
the Skrulls were in this movie,
Servant
whoa,
Society, yeah.
if they were in this show, it would be as effective as a story for Captain America,
Yeah.
but it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
I think the other issue with them is that like the conflict between Sam and Bucky individually, and then Sam and Bucky and John Walker and really and John Walker, they're kind of chill with Lamar, but and John Walker, like that's so much more interesting than anything with Flag Smashers.
Yeah, the John
Like,
Walker stuff
the
is
idea-
interesting.
Like the questions that the show brings up about Sam becoming Captain America and them and like, John Walker and all that kind of is just so much more interesting than anything that happens with the Flag Smashers, because it's just like them playing catch up with the Flag Smashers for like 4 episodes, and they don't matter for episode 5, and then in episode 6 it's a big fight scene.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, Wakandans, let's go.
Let's go.
So Chadwick already passed away at this point, right? Like before this got filmed?
I don't remember when. Let me see.
Because I was about to say he would have been a crazy cameo to have here.
Oh, they yes, passed away in August 2020.
Okay.
Even then, I don't think they could have.
No.
They, if you notice, all of the people who are here from Wakanda are not like main characters from the Black Panther movie. Like Okoye isn't even here.
Mm-hmm.
It's like all new people, and like I get it because it like these are the people that like worked with. I guess like Ao, I think is her name, is one who like worked with Bucky.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, this episode was fine. It's basically just
fine.
It's basically just Sam and Bucky and Zemo going from place to place. Zemo's expositioning, and then it's just them asking where they should go next.
The issue with this show is, or the issue with this episode is, it's only the halfway point, but it feels like we should be getting into the third act.
Yeah, but the crazy thing is the story doesn't even really start until this episode.
Yes.
Anyways.
It's so weird. Anyway,
Yeah.
episode 4, the whole world is watching. I like opening with, like, here's how the Wakandans helped Bucky. Like, it's such a good performance from Sebastian
I'll
Stan,
just
this
say,
opening scene.
I actually, jumping ahead a little bit, I actually kind of like this episode. This is probably my favorite episode.
Yeah. This is, I think, probably the strongest episode.
Mm-hmm.
I have some issues, but...
Yeah, no, for sure.
And let's be real, the Wakandans being pissed makes complete sense.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And
They're so real.
Yeah, I like that they're giving Bucky a little time, because he's, their white wolf and stuff.
Yeah. And then I really like that Zemo kind of respects Steve in a way.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, but there will never be another Steve Rogers.
Yeah, well, his whole thing about, superhumans developing supremacist ideals is a fair point. However, Steve and also most of the Avengers kind of disprove that, And I get that they're the best of the best, but, like, still.
Yeah, I do love that he's like, this is just, like, what happens with, like, because he's like, that's how the serum affects you. Like, the serum, like, ups everything that like, all of your feelings, all this kind of stuff, which also, shout out, this is a pretty good episode. The way that this is set up at the beginning of the episode and then it pays off at the end of this episode, pretty good, because you don't think about it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like that he's like, in everything that I'm saying, yeah, Steve is kind of the exception.
Yeah.
He's like, you're right. There will never, like, he's different. Also, Turkish Delight mention, Narnia from Greta Gerwig, delayed to 2027.
Yo.
What do you think about Carly and Sam's conversation in this episode?
I mean, let me read my notes a little bit. Well, I like that Sam immediately is just like, I just want to talk, because I think that's kind of, I believe that with her, or with him and her, and I buy that Sam agrees with her because she's mostly right. It just feels weird for him to outright say it,
Yeah. I think their conversation works pretty well.
Yeah. No, I actually like it. I like that we have a moment where these two are just willing to put everything on the table, and be honest. So,
and then it makes fully, like, John will 100% storm in there. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it really annoying? Yeah, but that's kind of who he is.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, he's gonna do that.
I also I want to talk about Zemo real quick, because this is like the last episode I think he's in, besides the next episode. I'll be real. I like him in Civil War a little bit. I think he's kind of dumb in that movie too. And I think he's a little dumb here, because he's very much just a kind of just a plot device where we're just like, okay, he's like our GPS. He's telling us where to go, and he's telling us who to talk to, and he's telling us what to say. And then the Wakandans spice it up a little bit because they have that fight scene next episode, I think. Or is that this episode?
Yeah.
That's this episode.
This
okay.
is one.
And I like that, they spice things up, but Zemo's just weird, because he's also like tells this kid to like not help Bucky or Sam, and then he goes
and helps Bucky and Sam.
Yeah, and then he helps Bucky and Sam by telling that kid to tell him where to go. It's just weird. I don't like the writing with Zemo a ton, except for that, where him talking about like the superhumans and stuff.
Yeah. Right here I wrote, like, okay, but why do they still need Zemo?
Literally, he's not useful
at
anymore.
This point, like, once the Wakandans show up to in like the fight scene after this, Bucky should go, okay, you can have him now. There you go.
Yeah.
We're done with him. We don't need him no more.
I also, this is shifting focus, I also think it's very funny that Sam calls Sharon, and then she's like, yeah, I have access to a satellite or two. I can help you out. What? What do you mean?
Yeah. What do you mean you do? Yeah. And Sam doesn't go, what do you mean? Like
Yeah,
Sam just goes, okay.
yeah,
I do really like the moment of Zemo like stomping on the
yeah.
serum.
I was about to say that W Zemo.
Like that's also like everything for his character. If he's like, oh, is he gonna kill Carly? Is he gonna destroy the rest of the serum? He's destroying the serum.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his thing.
Yeah.
I like that.
Power brokers or farming off screen at this point.
Yep.
Uh,
The Dora Milaje show up, and
yes.
John says the Dora Milaje don't have jurisdiction here. He's Captain America in Germany, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
That line's so funny because like even you can see like they give him a look like, brother, you're in Germany. And then I love the line, the Dora Milaje have jurisdiction wherever they happen to go or wherever they happen to be.
It's so fire. The Wakanda, I love you. I need more.
It's funny that like, so okay, I have this belief that genuinely holds true for everything that I've ever watched or read with Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
The second Darth Vader is on screen, the writers lock in.
Yeah.
Does not matter how mid the show is. The second Darth Vader is on screen, the writers lock in.
Mm-hmm.
This is how it works. That's the same effect for Wakanda in the MCU.
Literally.
The second there are Wakandans on screen, they are written at a like they're just written better than everybody else and more consistently. And I mean part of what it is the same thing with Darth Vader, where it's like Ryan Coogler established them so well into this world, and like they're all so distinct in this world on how they all are,
Mm-hmm.
and like the Wakandan belief system, that like you can tap into that voice, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
the character voice for them. That's definitely part of what it is. But it's so funny that like, you know, you get some of the like just I don't say mid writing in the show. Like the writing in the show is just fine. And then the Dora Milaje show up and you get the scene with like Bucky and AO in the past. And it's like this insane, like this incredibly well acted and shot scene. And then it goes right back to like doopy doopy doop. I'm Carly and I'm part of the Flag Smashers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I agree.
so
I
funny.
like I think a part of it too is just the like Wakanda is so well developed at this point from, you know,
Yeah.
Black Panther, Civil War and stuff like that, and even Infinity
Yeah.
War, that like you see a Wakandan, you're like, that character, I fully buy that character has a past that exists, you know?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
it's
they have a past, they have beliefs, they have like their loyalty to their
they have
I think
culture and
part
stuff
of
like
it
that. It's
yeah,
so
part of it is like in Black Panther when like the Dora Milaje kind of switch up with Killmonger because it's like they have a loyalty to their country.
yeah.
And by the laws, he is now the king.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That does a lot for it as well.
I love seeing Wakandans, and then the fight scene this is probably the best fight in the show, maybe.
I would say it's the best fight in the show. Yeah.
I like the
Dude.
fact that Sam and Bucky were just watching. I wish they would have not intervened
Bucky
at all.
Looking strong, John.
Mm-hmm. Why did they intervene, dude? It was funny when they were just watching.
Yeah.
And then
I don't know why they intervened.
I don't know. I
genuinely.
don't either. Why didn't they just like go grab Zemo and stop him from running away? You know?
Yeah, and then Zemo just leaves. You're not going to tell me that 80% of the characters in this scene, like everybody except for John, probably had eyes on Zemo at one point.
Yeah.
And like you're telling me that all of them let him slip away? No.
Literally. And then Walker gets pissed off that he's a bum.
This episode does really, really well at showing us the headspace that John is in.
Mm-hmm. I like the talk that he has with Lamar, like in the mall or whatever. Because like you can obviously tell he's going off the deep end, but he at least like recognizes that he did some messed up stuff in Afghanistan. Because he's like, he tells Lamar, he was like, "There's no way, like you think we're still a good guy or something, you know?"
Yeah, he's like, yeah, they gave me medals for like the worst days of my life where I had to do terrible things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, the writing on John is very strong.
Yeah, I was about to say I really like that scene.
You know, allow me to compliment this show. I think this show does very good at character writing.
Mm-hmm.
All of the characters feel very distinct and feel very themselves. Especially like Sam and Bucky are fully in character the whole time. There's never a part where I'm like, I don't know if they would say that. You know?
Yeah.
Like they're in character the whole time. I think a lot of the writing of this show that I have problems with is the like it's so dragged out. It's the flag smasher stuff. Like, I think the character work is very good.
Yeah. I think I think this episode is just strong overall. I'm not gonna lie.
It's it's a good episode.
I actually like this. I like how the best episode of the show is we're just like, yeah, it's a good episode. You know?
Yeah.
It's not like in
It's a good
WandaVision where
episode.
like, oh man, I love this episode. It's like, no, it's a strong
Yeah.
episode. I like this one.
Yeah. This is also the first time that he gets back in the Falcon suit.
Yeah, true. And then Carly calls Sarah and she's like, tell your brother to meet me here, and she's like, okay.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, when they find out Walker is like approaching them, Carly freaks out and like starts attacking them, even though she says she doesn't want to fight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Uh,
I gotta comment the show again.
yeah, go ahead.
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
It's not subtle that John took the serum, right?
Yeah.
I do like that he's immediately holding his own in a fight. And then, like, you can see that, like, he's just fighting a little bit differently, and then he throws the shield into the wall. And at that point, the viewers are like, oh, did he take the serum? But I kind of like how it communicates that before Sam goes, what did you do? Like, I like that, like, it's communicated through, like, a couple of, like, the fight scenes before, like, it's explicitly stated.
Yeah, there's definitely hints.
And I like that. I think that's well done.
Yeah.
There's also a shot of Bucky here that's slightly sped up as he runs away, and it looks really off.
Yeah, I mean, there's also a cut where like Carly just randomly has the mask on her face after not having it in the previous scene. But
Yeah.
well, that's fine. That's fine. And then Lamar gets punched so hard he dies.
Lamar gets punched so hard he dies, and if he had more than like 12 lines to 15 lines of dialogue, I would probably care about this more.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, he seemed great.
Yeah,
I liked the mall scene with him and John.
Yeah, I liked some of the
But-
scenes with him, but he was only in like a handful, I guess.
This is kind of like when Bucky dies in Captain America 1, and you're like, I mean, that sucks, but like,
I don't
we had
really
a
know
total
you.
of 4 scenes with him.
Yeah, and this is a show, so this is like worse.
Yeah.
And then for some reason, when he dies, everybody here just freezes. Like they're not all actively trying to kill each other anyway. Like, why is this different?
Yeah.
It doesn't.
They blew up a building full of innocents, and now somebody dies in like a combat scenario, and they all go, "Oh
my god, someone
Like-
died!" Like, you guys actively kill people. What?
You're super soldiers.
Yeah.
You took the serum. You took the serum, and then you punched a regular dude in his chest so hard that he flew backwards 20 feet into a concrete pole.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I get that it was an accident. When you're a super soldier and you're fighting regular guys, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, literally. And then Walker crashes out, and
The ending of this episode is awesome.
Yeah, it's a crazy kill for the MCU. The blood on the shield and everything. It's nuts.
I remember when this. You've seen this scene before?
I've seen
you?
I've seen this shot and stuff like that, so I knew it was coming.
When this came out, the reaction was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, it
Mhm.
was like a shocking scene.
The whole world was watching.
The world and the whole world was watching it. I think here's the thing. The reason that we say this show is fine is because it does a lot of things really well and a lot of things not so well, and that balances out to it being fine.
Yeah.
One of the things that it does well is show the pressure on whoever is Captain America before Sam takes the mantle.
Mm-hmm.
So that when he does take the mantle, it feels like he is stepping up so high beyond where he was like stepping up in Endgame. Because like him taking the shield in Endgame and like you're Captain America now, it's like, oh, he's Captain America now, that's cool. Here it feels like you are Captain America now and you feel the weight of that.
Yeah.
Because especially with this episode where you see how John is acting as Captain America, and then in the next 2 episodes where you have the conversation with like Isaiah Bradley and all that kind of stuff, especially the next episode, this show does a very good job at showing the pressure that will be inevitably on Sam, amplified because of him stepping into Captain America.
Mm.
That's why this ending rocks so hard. And him, dude, the shot of him standing up with and like it's shot from below with the blood on the
The
shield,
blood on the
as you
shield
said.
for the first time. That shot is so. That's crazy. It's a crazy
It's
shot.
yeah.
But yeah, overall, this is the best episode, probably of the. I think it's
Yeah.
the best episode of the whole show.
I would say that's
I
episode.
still don't love how the fights look, but this episode actually has stakes for once,
Yes.
and it feels like with this ending, the stakes are finally raised.
Yeah.
And I like that we're kind of going over killing people like in the MCU because we kind of just didn't for a while, and it feels like
Yeah.
now maybe a little bit more. But yeah, great.
We can
Actually,
talk about,
a
like,
good episode.
what it's like. Yeah. Episode 5, Truth. Can I just say that this opening is shot really well compared to a lot of the rest of the show?
Yeah, like
Not the fight scene, but like the actual like opening scene
Mhm.
is shot really well. And then, okay, here's my take. If this was a movie, John Walker kills Carly there.
Yeah.
Because that's like
the
big third act fight.
Mm-hmm.
And then the real like last fight. Like, because I said this fight between John, Bucky, and Sam would be awesome if it was the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And like it's like the last fight as like he can't be Captain America anymore.
I actually heavily see that vision right now.
I've said it before, I'll keep saying it again. At the core of this show is a really good movie.
Mm-hmm.
It just happens to be 6 episodes.
There's just a lot of fat.
Long.
And it's
Yeah. That being said, there is no way that John Walker is beating Bucky in a 1v1. I can see him putting up a fight, but beating him, I don't know. And now both of them are here. There's no way he's not winning the 2v1. I don't care that Sam isn't a super soldier. We've seen Sam hold his own against many combatants at this point in the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
He was a soldier. Like, this fight to me is, and I'm not trying to get power scaling, this fight to me is the fight that I was out loud like, you can't convince me that Bucky has lost all these fights.
I just wrote in my notes, I'm low-key zoning out on this fight. I did not find it interesting.
Yeah. I do like when John rips the wings off of Sam.
I think it's hilarious that Sam walks in and he's like, "This isn't you, John." Like, what the? You don't know. You don't know this guy.
You don't know him, and it also is.
Yeah, I also I wrote too. I feel like Sam is a little outclassed here, and Bucky didn't do enough.
Yes. Yeah. Here's the thing: if it's a John and Sam 1v1 and John wins, that works to me because by the fact they're both soldiers, John has the serum.
Yeah.
Even if you were to, at the end of episode 6, which just doesn't happen, but if at the end of episode 6, you did John versus Sam, and they both have their respective shields, and Sam beat him with the super soldier serum, I would not be mad about that if Sam was like in like the new Falcon suit. Like, I think that Falcon suit Sam could probably beat John.
I think Falcon suit Sam with the shield is beating John.
Yeah. And that's my issue with this fight.
Yeah.
I do like Bucky dropping the shield at Sam's side.
Mm-hmm.
And then just walking off.
Dude, he's so valid for being pissed. Ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But then he's also not, later on.
It's nuanced.
Yeah.
When the show does nuance, it's really good.
Mm-hmm. I also, I love...
I like...
Yeah, are you gonna talk about the John Walker crash out?
Oh, no, I was gonna say when, what's his name? The guy who we have not mentioned up to this point, who's like Sam's sidekick.
Oh, yeah. Torres or something?
Yeah, Torres. He says, "You forgot the wings," and Sam just goes, "Keep them." That's hard, because Sam's like, "I got the shield now. I'm not Falcon anymore. I'm Captain America." Like, even though he's not yet becoming Captain America, he's like, "I've got the shield back."
Mm-hmm.
I like that. You want to talk about the John's crash out?
I actually really like... So when I was talking about earlier about the villains, I wasn't talking about John Walker, even though he is a villain.
No, he's so good.
He's very good. Him losing his shit because he feels like the government is punishing him for doing... for following orders is raw as hell. I love that scene.
Yeah. It also has parallels with Isaiah Bradley. Did anybody pick up on that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When the show does nuance, it's good.
Mm-hmm. And then Val is set up for Thunderbolts?
Val is set up for, yeah.
Okay.
Spoilers, I guess. Thunderbolts is like the big comeback. She shows up a couple times, I believe.
Okay, I was about to say I haven't seen
Um,
Thunderbolts, but I assumed that's what it was.
yes.
So,
Also, shout out to Julia Louis-Dreyfus. I think she's very good in that role.
I'm
She
in,
immediately like steals a scene.
yeah, yeah. She's got energy here, which the show kind of needs
Yeah.
a little bit.
Um, Going back to Walker's Crash Out.
Yeah.
It here. Okay. Once again, Wyatt Russell, man, phenomenal performance.
Mm-hmm.
I love him in this show. Like he eats this role. It's weird to be like, man, he's so good at playing a like really problematic guy. You know.
Yeah.
But he does very well. It's crazy how if Steve would have said I am Captain America, it would hit, but it does nothing for Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Like if in the middle of Civil War they try to strip him of the title of Captain America and he said I am Captain America, which one he would never say. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's also like the difference. It would have hit, but because it's Walker, it just does not hit. That's a really interesting thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
Zemo went to Sokovia. I like that he went to Sokovia, and like it's foreshadowed earlier by him like talking about it.
Yeah, and then Bucky aura farms on him too.
That's literally what I wrote. I wrote Bucky just wanted to aura farm.
Bye
And then
bye
Sam and
Zemo.
Isaiah.
Finally, bye.
Bye Zemo.
This Isaiah scene is kind of really awesome. IMO.
Yeah. Once again, when the show does nuance, it's good.
I think this is probably the best scene in the show. It's just so unexpected for an MCU show to deeply talk about racism in America, what the government will do to silence those people, and how it treated people of color after serving for their country.
Yes.
Insane for an MCU show to bring up.
Yeah.
But god damn, it is so good. It is so well done.
Very good scene. And then I really like that it's followed by this scene of like their local community around Sam and Sarah coming together.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's like a very good, I don't say contrast, but like a very good bit of like there is still good, like I think it's a very good bit of contrast between the two.
Yeah.
Between Sam and Isaiah there.
Yeah.
I like that a lot.
And I also like
that
that Bucky shows up too, and because they Bucky and Sam, they both need a new boyfriend after Steve. So I like that this episode develops them as a couple.
Yeah. I will say, if I'm Sarah and I learn that my brother told Bucky Barnes to stop flirting with me, I'm throwing hands.
Literally.
If I learned that Bucky wanted to flirt with me and one of my siblings stopped him,
is it worse or better since the short hair?
Hands. Either way.
Mm-hmm.
Both at the same time.
I kind of miss long hair Bucky, but
I do also miss long hair Bucky. So
so
here's my issue with this episode.
Yeah, go ahead.
It feels like an ending and it feels like an epilogue.
Mm-hmm.
But the story's not done.
Yeah, we still have an episode to go. We have the finale.
There's still another episode.
Because the Flag Smashers are still out there.
Like, it feels like Walker should have killed Carly, and then we get this wrap up.
Yeah.
It's so weird to me. But then Sam and Bucky have a conversation where they're throwing the shield around.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really good conversation.
Yeah.
And I love that it's revealed that Steve told Bucky what he was going to do.
Yeah. And I also, I like that both Steve and Bucky didn't even consider, like, Sam's race when they were like, oh, yeah we're going to make him Captain America, you know?
And I love that Bucky says that, and he's like, we both didn't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't acknowledge, like, what it would mean. Once again, when the show does nuance.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it confirmed that Steve told Bucky the plan, because in Endgame it seems like Steve is just being a jerk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I like this episode a good amount because I like that this episode dives into Sam and Bucky as a duo when they're not fighting and they're not actively engaged. Because I think that's important for developing a duo, you know, is that who are they when things are quiet, you know? and
Yes.
in this one it's a gay couple because they need to kiss.
Yeah.
Did you see how they looked at
Let me
each
look it up.
other on the boat? Are you kidding me?
Archive of our.
The way they went down in the bottom of the boat and they're both making eye contact with each other. I know they were thinking about kissing each other. I know they were.
I know they were. Sam/Bucky. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, we got sauce.
12,000 works.
Oh, we got sauce.
12,000 works, baby. I know that's right.
Let me read my notes.
As recent as May 31st, 2026, which is the date of recording.
Yes, sir. I see it. Obviously,
and oh my goodness, like 7 had updated today.
I think Steve and Bucky are the ultimate. Is it Yuri or Yowie?
They're the ultimate Yowie.
They're the ultimate. Yowie.
They're your one true pair.
Yeah, but like
they're your OTP.
This is very much an acceptable one. I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Let me read. I do think this episode deals a little bit too much where we kind of have repeat conversations.
It talks a little bit in circles
because like the conversation with his sister is a little bit of a repeat, and it's kind of it's cute, but it's like it feels like we've been here, you know?
Yeah. This is the episode. I think it's a little bit in 4, but I like 4, and so I forgive it. Because that's how it works when we watch things that we like. In this one, you kind of feel the like 6-episode mandate from heaven of like we're talking in circles a little bit, and like things could be getting wrapped up, but they're not because there's 3 more episodes.
Yeah. And then anytime we cut back to Carly, I'm like, bruh, come on, I don't care.
We get the Sam training for Captain America montage.
Yeah, the Sam training montage.
Mackie, I was unfamiliar with your game. You look great. Unfortunately for this show, Anthony Mackie, you are standing next to Sebastian Stan at all times.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Sorry about that.
Unlucky.
Not showing the suit is really funny. Him opening the box and
then not showing it
at the end of the episode is it's really funny.
I thought so too. I was like, oh, okay, we're just cutting to black. Never mind. I don't want to see it anyway.
The reveal in the next episode is why, like, it's a good reveal in the next episode, but still.
Yeah.
And then John Walker is building a shield.
Yeah, he's making the bootleg shield in the post credits. It's cool.
Yep.
Overall, I like this episode whenever Sam and Bucky are on screen. I don't like this episode whenever it's doing anything else.
No, the John Walker stuff is good.
Well, he's but he's like not in it too much, you know.
Yeah, he's only in like the intro
and the outro. So
for Valentina Allegra de Fontaine.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call her Val.
Nope.
All right, episode 6: One World, One People. I do like when the episode title. I think real quick. Oh, I didn't do this last week. WandaVision episode title review. Good. I like them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
This show episode title. I like New World Order. I think it's good. I think it's a good episode title. I believe that's what the Captain America was called, wasn't it? No, it was called Brave New World. Never mind.
I was thinking the same thing, not gonna lie. So
I think it was originally called New World Order.
Yeah.
Anyway. New World Order, good title. Star Spangled Man, good title. Power Broker, not a good title.
Yeah, that one sucks.
The Whole World is Watching, fantastic title.
Awesome.
Truth, not
boring.
Really my favorite. One World, One People. I do like it when a finale has the title of like a saying.
Yeah. Truth doesn't. That's a weird
say.
one. I don't like that one.
It's a weird one.
One World, One People is a great one though to end it on.
Yeah. It's unfortunately if I'm ranking them, The Whole World is Watching is the best title.
Yes, that is by far.
It's awesome.
Who knew that the best episode would have the best title? They were cooking with that one.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, let's wrap
this
up.
episode opens. I have an immediate question for you.
Okay.
Why would Sharon take off the mask?
Yeah. What does Carly exactly want here?
That's a great question, man.
What's the plan here, girly? Because like I still kind of don't get you.
I think they want to stop.
They want to stop the vote.
They want to stop the vote.
Yeah, sure.
But then they just vote later. Like,
okay.
There's just no way that you end up on top out of here.
Yeah, the new cap suit. I like the new cap suit though for Sam.
The suit is really good.
Mm.
The suit is great. It's a shame we never see it again. I'm not even kidding. It's a new suit in Brave New World.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's actually like legitimately a bummer. This suit looks really good. I love it when people try to mind game Bucky and it just doesn't work.
Mm-hmm. This
Or
random
anything
guy
like
has
it.
beef with Sam. I don't remember who he is.
He's from the first episode. He's the guy who Sam in the opening.
Oh, is it crazy?
I don't
Okay,
blame you for
I was
forgetting.
about to say I watched the pilot like 2 days ago, and I binged the rest of the show yesterday, and I did not remember this guy existing.
I only remembered him because he was French.
Okay. Um, Carly somehow sees literally everything going on. I know it's a glass building, but like, kind of, she sees like everything,
Yeah,
like even on the inside. Um,
I have a question for you.
yeah,
How did all of the Flag Smasher super soldiers get jobs at the GRC event?
I don't know. Didn't Sam also tell these people not to evacuate, and then guess what they did?
Evacuate.
They evacuated.
I don't know, man. And then Sharon melts a guy.
Yes, she farts on him.
That's crazy.
Yeah, she stank.
Yeah. New Red Wing just dropped. That's cool.
uh,
I like the suit a
yeah,
lot.
the midair catch too, like with the shield, was pretty tough.
Yeah.
And I like that the subtitles changed to Captain America.
I also noticed that. It's such a However, there's a bad thing with subtitles. John Walker's wife is referred to as Mrs. Walker in the subtitles the entire time.
I didn't notice
Bro, give her
this.
a first name. Anyway, that doesn't matter. It's not nearly as cool as changing the subtitles to Captain America. That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
So Carly just fully goes off the deep end here,
Yeah. And like even her
which I guess
followers are
is the
like,
serum.
I don't know about this.
Like I guess it's the serum, but like the serum isn't affecting everybody else as much. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Uh
don't know. There's just like unlike Ant-Man, where it's like the Pym particles affecting your brain is not set up at all. It is set up here, but only pays off for Carly and John, but not the other guys who got the serum. I guess I don't know.
uh
And then
it,
and then she drops an insane line.
what? What was it?
I don't want to hurt people that don't matter.
Oh yeah. Who'd she
That's an
say that to?
insane line.
She said that to
She's talking about Lamar to John.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and then we get awesome, hand to hand combat that I love so much in the show. And it doesn't
It looks really bad.
it's awesome. And then Sharon's also here
Sharon is also
for
present.
some reason, which I know she's
I don't
revealed as
know.
the power broker later, but like I don't know.
I don't know.
I
The
do.
helicopter save is awesome.
Yeah, that is sick. I also
It,
do like.
hey,
No, go ahead.
hey, believe it or not, when they're letting Sam be Captain America, but like utilizing him also being the Falcon, like
Yes.
letting him like take the Falcon skills
Mhm.
into like this new role with the shield, it's really cool
Mhm.
because like I'm glad that they didn't just like, and he's Captain America now, so no more wings, because like the wings open up a lot. Like later he gets punched, but Carly punches the shield, but the wings have like dug into the ground behind him, so he doesn't move. Like
Mhm.
there's so many cool things to do with the wings and with like this where like he dives through the helicopter that like we haven't gotten from him, and I like, even though the fight scenes in this show aren't great, we do get some really cool versatility stuff from Sam when he's like flying around the helicopter and
Yeah,
stuff.
I
It's
will
cool.
say I will say that is cool. I did have to go back because I could not really tell what happened exactly. I thought he just like crashed into the helicopter. I was like, what just happened?
That's fair. That's fair.
But anyways, and then I like that Sam and Carly, I guess, talk again for a little bit because she's like, "You bought, I can't believe you bought and did that bullshit." But like, nah, Sam just genuinely hopes that he can change things for the better. Like
Yeah.
that's just kind of his character now.
He which is kind of his character, and also there's nothing more Captain America than that, baby.
Literally, that's what
There's
like
nothing more Captain
that.
America than
Thinking about that
that.
is like why it kind of won me over officially. That like Sam
It
is the new Cap.
it fully wins you over because
Mm-hmm.
the same thing. Because to me, it's very similar to Steve in Cap One being like, "Well, I have this suit. I'm gonna go save these guys because while I'm here, so I might as well try to make the world a better place."
Yeah,
Like it's him, and it's Sam doing the same thing.
yeah.
It's when the show does nuance, it's really well done for the
Mm-hmm.
most part.
And then
Um,
Sharon is the power broker.
yeah,
Um,
that sucks.
I didn't.
Who cares?
Well, the thing is I actually didn't know this.
Oh,
So this genuinely
does
caught
it?
me by surprise because there are approximately 0 hints to this one, really.
It's her having like the satellite and stuff. Like she
Yeah,
kind of does
she
have
does have
more.
stuff, but I also was like, I thought that was just like bad writing.
Yeah, it turns out it's foreshadowing.
And it turns out it's foreshadowing for a bad twist.
Oh, I don't like the twist. Don't get me wrong, but
It's just it feels a little character assassination-y, no?
yeah, it does.
Okay, because like I didn't really expect Peggy Carter's niece to become this crime lord,
Yeah.
but I guess we're doing that. Anyways, uh,
That's the thing. We're not doing that.
oh, okay. John Walker's chilling
Not to be
out.
the.
Anyways,
I'll talk about it later.
yeah.
I do like John making the right choice here. I think it's like an important part of John Walker's character in this show is the fact that like he isn't he's not a good person all the time,
Mm-hmm.
but he's also not a bad guy.
Yeah.
There's even like the line earlier where it's like you ever jumped on a grenade and he's like, yeah, it's like a move that I have with like a reinforced helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has saved people, he's done good things, and like there's a reason he was chosen to be Captain America, right? And part of that is that he makes this right choice here, and I like that.
Yeah.
Also, just a quick shout out the fact that Sam's suit isn't nanotech.
Mm-hmm.
Bless up.
We're so
We
up.
love to see it.
Um, but yeah,
This is where he
I
uses
kind
the
of
wings to stabilize from a punch. It's cool.
yeah, I kind of wish John Walker just stayed crazy though a little bit, but I also it would have felt really weird if he did just stay crazy, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm fine with him like being a little bit more chill, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then he fights Carly, and then she gets shot and dies, and I don't really care all that much.
He becomes the Mercy GIF.
Yeah,
He
he
decides.
does.
That's 2 weeks in a row that I've referenced the Mercy Overwatch GIF. Can we make it 3? Will it happen in Loki?
I'm sure we can squeeze one in. Uh, and
I
then
really like Zemo's guy killing the rest of the super soldiers.
well, I agree, it makes sense, but then like they were building up something where like they're like one world, one people to like the guard or whatever, and then they just blow
And
up.
then they all just die instantly. It's really funny.
Do you want to talk about the monologue that Bucky or not Bucky?
I didn't write anything down about it.
Oh, that
I
Sam
have
gave.
nothing to say about it that has not already been said.
Okay. What else has been said about it? That's a little. It's on the nose.
It's a little on the nose and clunky when a lot of the show has done very well with doing nuance.
Yeah, I think
It's also
obviously like the message of what he's saying is good. You know, I
yeah.
I agree, but for it feels like he's staring at me in the camera. You know, and
It also it feels like a very naive sentiment and not in the like Captain America being unbearably naive.
yeah,
And like Vision at the end of Age of Ultron, where he's like, I think there's good among them.
yeah,
It feels like a naive sentence in the way of like, if we just stop calling people terrorists and we start listening to people, maybe that will be better. And it's like, yeah, that sounds good.
mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, it's important to like before we just like listen to before we just like go, yeah, well, everybody that's labeled a terrorist by like, the media or by, political figures such as, I don't know, let's just throw this out here, a sitting US president labeling all trans people as, like domestic terrorists. It's important to like look into the nuance of it, but that's like a very naive sentence in the way of like, and that's gonna fix everything.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the core message that he's spitting out at the camera is fine. It's a solid message, but like it's very basic. It's a I don't know. I feel like we're missing some of the nuance. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge that we've been talking about the whole time. And it feels very blanket statementy. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I know that he didn't explicitly call all trans people terrorists. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, and this isn't I don't care about the truth. I'm not here to debate that side of things. he is seconds away from doing it at any given moment. If you want to have this discussion with me, cool, I'll have this discussion with you, but it's not going to be on this podcast.
Not on the back, like the Marvel podcast. We're not going to talk about.
It's not going to be on our Marvel show and back at the box office. So I'm going to have this conversation with you.
I mean, I don't disagree. Anyway,
not with you. No, not with you. With the viewer.
I was about to say I don't disagree at all. Anyways,
no, I know you don't. That's why we're doing this podcast together. If we disagreed on that,
yeah.
Anyway, regardless.
Anyways, W. Bucky for telling an old guy about his son. Would have liked to seen that conversation, but it's okay.
I understand that you want to see that conversation. I don't know how you write that conversation.
Yeah,
man.
it was honestly good enough of a like thing to just cut away from that. I was like, I was willing to accept it.
That's a we're in the writer's room and we go, can we just cut away? Because I don't know how to write this kind of a conversation.
Yeah.
It's really good closure though.
Yeah.
U.S. agent, baby.
U.S. agent, baby. Isaiah gets an exhibit at the museum. That's cool. I don't know how you spin his story in a positive enough light for an exhibit, TBH. You know what I mean? Like, because if it's in the exhibit, then...
He had like a paragraph and a half, and there's no way the paragraph and a half is like, here's what the government did to him.
This is how the government screwed over his life.
Yeah, I do get it in like, it's like remembering him way. Maybe there's more to the exhibit that we didn't see.
Yeah.
But for what we saw of the exhibit, I hope that there's more.
Yeah, and then I also really like the end title card of Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
I called this title change when the show was announced,
Yeah.
by the way. I don't know if you remember this.
I don't.
When they announced the slate of Disney Plus shows at D23 one year, I think it was. No, it was at Disney Plus Day. When they announced the slate of like Disney Plus shows for the year 2021, because Disney Plus launched in fall of 2020. They announced the slate of upcoming shows. No, it didn't announce it. It came out in 2019. Regardless, when they announced the slate of MCU shows, I text probably at least two of our friends and said, hey, the show title will be Captain America and the Winter Soldier by the end of the show, by the way.
You probably did tell me, but
And
I just don't remember, honestly, because I didn't really care about the show.
Yeah.
Let
it be known.
Well, this is something that I was going to say earlier that I just completely forgot. You know how the intro to this show is like 5 seconds long, where it just says like in standard text, you know, or Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Yeah. It says they give you the option to skip the intro.
They do.
It's really funny because it's like 30 seconds. It's like not even 30 seconds. It's like 5 seconds long.
It's maybe a Vine.
It's so funny.
Post-credit scenes. One post-credit scene, I should say. One, I feel like U.S. Agent should have been a post-credit scene.
Yeah, it's just Sharon being the power broker, right? Or am I...
Yeah. So skip ahead 30 seconds if you do not want spoilers for the rest of the MCU up until what's released.
Do I know?
This never comes up.
Oh, okay.
This never goes anywhere.
I don't even remember what she said. I didn't even write what she said.
She's like, I'm the power broker, and now I have access to like government secrets.
Oh, right.
We never see her again.
Mm-hmm.
Genuinely, we never see her again.
Yeah. Anyways,
so welcome to
that's the show.
Our segment. This is our new segment for Phase 4 of the MCU called "Does this post-credit scene pay off?"
Because now it's maybe a yes or no. So
no.
There you go. That's our new segment. Thank you for joining us.
I think this episode's pretty good as a finale, even if I think that we should have ended like 3 episodes ago.
I think it's decent enough. I don't like the action, except for some of the Captain America stuff, and Carly doesn't work as villain, but it's satisfying enough, so I'm fine with ignoring some of it. And that's the show. That's it.
That's the show. It's fine.
It's fine. Do you want me to go into mine first?
Yeah.
Okay. Overall, it's not great, and I don't think it's trash. The Freedom Fighter stuff does not work for me. I like the character work we did for Sam and Bucky. I mean, even though it's very disproportionate, like Bucky's in the first 4 and Sam's in the last 2, but you know, whatever. Anytime we kind of talked about like complicated topics, we kind of just end the scene and talk about something else for a while. Even though we do bring up very interesting topics, I do think the stuff with, Black Captain America is handled actually pretty well. I think that stuff is pretty well written. The directing on the action and the episodes as a whole does not work for me. I think it's pretty weak. Needed more sauce. We needed to back the camera up away. We needed better shot compositions. It's just not a good show to look at, and I think the action scenes kind of suck. I like that the show, like I said, touched on what it would be for, what it would mean for a black man to take up the role as Captain America and be the face of the country. I kind of didn't expect that from the MCU, but I'm very appreciative that it's here. I don't, except for that concept and, Sam and Bucky's character arcs, I just don't think the show is very interesting. I don't think Zemo is very interesting at this point. I think John is good, but I mean, that's only relevant for like part of the episodes, That's not the whole show. I think this show is kind of a necessary step, to keep the MCU flowing with the new Captain America, but it did not need to be a show, as we've stated multiple times. This shit could have just been a movie, and it probably would have been a lot better for it. So, that's what I think.
I agree. It feels very simple to say when it works, when it doesn't, it doesn't. But that's kind of how I feel about this show. Is that like when it works very well and it does what it wants to do. The character work is very strong on like 90% of the characters. And then also Sharon and Carly are here. And like that part just doesn't work. And I think the issue is when the Flag Smashers don't work, that's a significant part of the show that doesn't work. And that sucks. Other than that, John Walker stuff, very good. I like it a lot. Bucky stuff, very good. I like it a lot. The Sam stuff, very good, and I like it a lot. Like, but all the action is terrible to look at. And the direction isn't always fun to look at either. And so you just like, there's a really good movie in here. And instead we got a 6-episode show. And I get that was the Chapek mandate from heaven, but it suffers for it. It suffers really hard for it. And even if it has really good moments, like, I mean, truthfully, like most of the whole world is watching. Like, it has good moments. There's good moments in the finale. There's good moments in every episode. But just when you put it all together, it's a lot lengthwise. And it's a lot that feels like we're talking in circles sometimes. And I just wish it was better because I do kind of like it, but I also am like, man, I don't know when I'll come back and rewatch this again because it feels like a slog to get through.
I don't think I'll ever rewatch it, if I'm being fully honest.
That's fair.
So what do you think about rating?
Well, I won the game, luckily, so you get to say a number.
Well, I originally gave it 3 on Letterboxd. I kind of want to lower it a little bit. Kind of want to lower it to 2.5. Would a 5.5 be too crazy, or do we got to bump it up to a 6?
Do you think this is better than Civil War?
Yeah.
I concur. I think a 5.5. I would say. I think I'd be more inclined to give it a 6 than a 5.5 because even like the Flag Smashers stuff don't work. I think that like there's a very real timeline where like the John Walker stuff really doesn't work.
Yeah, and then it's okay. Yeah, no.
And then it's like a 5.
Yeah,
I think
I stand by my 3
giving
then.
it like a 6. Honestly, when I said 6.2 in my game guess, it's because I wanted to give it like between a 6.2 and a 6.4, like around that area. Because I think that when it works, but when it doesn't, it really drags it down.
Yeah. No, it's definitely better than Civil War.
How do you feel about like a how do you feel about a like 6.1 or 6.2?
I'm okay with it. I would probably give it slightly below a 6, like a 5.8 or something like that. But like, it's just because the Flag Smasher stuff is a big part of this show, and I don't think any of it works.
Yeah. I'm good. I'm good. Uh, I'm good. A 5.8 would. I'm good at 5.8. Yeah.
I mean, I can go up to just a solid 6 if you think that's a little bit more accurate.
Let's do flat 6 because I think that when it works, it works.
Yeah.
And I would say 60% of the show is good. I feel safe saying that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm with this. I rock with it.
Next week
Oh, I'm
we're finally
smiling.
there.
Oh, I'm smiling.
Next week for our mid-season finale, we get to watch Loki season 1.
Yes.
And there will be a story told
Yes.
about Loki season 1 and our history with it.
Yup. This is probably our deepest one that we have lore wise, I guess, between us.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to actually watch this show. I'm so hyped.